guys, welcome back to another Knox Live video. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, shine some light on me living in New York City. I was born in Alabama and I was raised in New Jersey, Hamilton, New Jersey. I moved to New York City recently. I wanted to share some pros and cons of living in New York City. It's one of America's major cities. A lot of people come here to visit, but there are definitely some people who want to move here. Hopefully I can give you some pros and some cons of living in the city, and maybe this will help you with what to do in the future. So, first pro is you make a lot of money. In my field, I've made the most money here. But again, things are more expensive out here. Definitely makes sense, but a lot more opportunities to make money as well. Number two, there's more opportunity. You can go outside and there's like a millionaire outside or a celebrity outside or just, you know, someone of influence. Like, they're all over. New York City is big, but it's also very small. So there's just more opportunity out here. And I love that. I'm in my building block stages, so I definitely think that this is the best spot for me right now. It's a lot more accessibility. Things are always open and late until like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. So some places are even open 24 hours. You meet like-minded people. One thing I will say, because New York City is so diverse, literally any niche you could think of, you could find it in New York. Like, you could find someone who is into what you're into, because it's just like a place where everybody all around the world goes. Like, I love that. I love that I get to meet so many different people of so many different walks of life, and I'm able to learn from them. And it's easy for me to find someone, oh, you're into YouTube, oh, I like YouTube, you know. Whereas if you go somewhere else in a smaller town, you know, a lot of the people that I grew up with, they are not trying to do YouTube. They are not into the arts. You know, they did the 9-to-5 thing, which is fine, you know, but it just wasn't for me. Number 5, public transportation. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But pros, what I will say is, it is nice if you've been drinking a little too much, and it's cheap. So you can get from one side of New York to the other for $2.90 times 2, because I guess to get there and then get back. You can get where you need to go without any traffic. But we gonna talk about that in the cons too. The best of the best is here. The best museums, the best like bowling alleys, like the most random stuff you could think of. Restaurants. What else did I put? The best schools are here. My last pro is that there's always something to do here. My thing is never, am I gonna have anything to do? It's always, do I have enough money to do what I want to do? There's always something to do. It's New York. There's always something to do. And you have fun doing it. So those are my, how far and out. I want to see how many minutes it takes to do the pros and how many minutes it takes to do the cons. Because I got a lot of cons. It's just a lot of pressure. Out of all the places that I've worked, this job has given me the most anxiety, pressure, everything. Like, everything. Oh guys, here's another con. That's a train. That was a train. I didn't know, could you hear it? Because I could. Now I'm used to it. Anyway, it's a lot of pressure. When you come to New York, I think that there's like a certain standard compared to other spots. If you go to like an Olive Garden in your hometown, and then you go to an Olive Garden in New York City, you're gonna want a different caliber like this is. And even when they send managers out there and people to work there, you know, they send the best of their best, because it's a lot. It could be extremely busy. It's just a lot of things that are going on. So it's important to have the best of the best to be prepared for anything. It's expensive. Now, I did say you do make a lot more money, which is true, but it's not even like you make the same amount of money and you're paying $1,200 rent. You're making more money and you're spending more on rent. And it don't even be like an upgrade of a place. It's smaller. Like smaller than me looking at my apartment. Like, for example, me and my best friend spend the exact same on rent. She has a washer and dryer. I don't. Her living room is bigger than mine. She has a patio, stainless steel appliances, just all of that. And she has a bigger, nicer bathroom. Like, literally, we always talk about it. We're like, it's crazy. For me to get something that she has, I'd be probably spending another $600 minimum. People take advantage of you a lot more. I remember I was in the cab for like 5 minutes and he ended up telling me that the total charge was like $20 or something like that. He was like, oh, don't look at the board. Like, oh, no, it's more expensive, but the board had said like $9. I'm just like, okay, because honestly, I would have just gave him probably like $13 to $15. It was like $9. I probably would have gave him a $4 to $5 tip. Cool. When he said 20, I'm like, so, you know, and honestly, I wanted to call him out on it, but I had been drinking and I just kind of was over it. It was the morning after type vibe. So I didn't even have the energy to argue. If I did, I would have. I just was like, no, I'm gonna tap. But when I tapped, it was only $9, but he was telling me it was 20. So I'm like, okay, like, I see him trying to be funny with me. Okay, nice try. And I didn't tip him because I didn't like that. No, so people try to take advantage of you. This is a really expensive place, so, you know, I can see why, but I don't like that. So definitely watch out for that. All right, so I said a pro was public transportation, but it's also a con too. There's a lot of dangerous things that happen on subways. So it's very important to be alert. But you have some of the people who drive the trains, they're just strolling. Like, you know how people drive on like a Sunday morning, they strolling, they don't have nothing to do. Sometimes that's how they drive the trains, and you gotta be at work at 5. So make it make sense. Also, it was dangerous. Sometimes they're not on time. Sometimes they're not acting right. It's not the cleanest, especially when it snows, especially when it rains and it stink. Literally 5 times a week, I'm thigh to thigh with a random stranger. That's that. Alternate side parking. This one is very near and dear to my heart. Every day you have to like move your car from each side. So mine's, I cannot park there Mondays and Thursdays, and then I can't park on this side of the street Friday and Tuesdays, and then Wednesday you can do whatever you want because they do street cleaning. If you don't, you get a ticket. They will put a boot on your car. Oh yeah, for sure. If you don't pay those tickets like on time, oh my god, it's like an additional $300 or $200. It's just stuff like that. Alternate side parking is a real thing, and you will get real tickets, and they will put a boot on your car for real. Just wake up on time. Wake up 7:30 to 8 a.m. 8:30 to 8:30 sometimes. Download the 311 app. That is good too. Okay. Yeah. Number, I don't even know. This is not a place to build a family. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you thought that you was gonna find your soulmate and have a white picket fence in New York City, you got another thing coming. This is not A. This is not a place for none of that. And the men ain't faithful. They cheaters. I've not met one faithful man in New York City. I have not. I haven't. Nope. And listen, like I don't say this to say that, you know, you're not gonna find a faithful guy. Like if you do have one, I'm not saying that you won't. I'm just saying I've never seen it. And I'm not talking about people I date. I don't even date like that. I'm in my grind mode right now. I'm not in the dating mood right now. But I don't think I've ever seen a faithful man. My friends, guys I've worked with, I've never seen it. I've seen it when they moved out of New York though. I've definitely seen it then, but never while they was here.
Nobody got time for look at people walking back and forth, people hustling all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has time to start a relationship because we got to do. And all these other cities where it's better to date is because you're bored. That's what you do when you're bored. You start a relationship. Ugh. Hey, I don't have nothing to do. Me neither. Why don't we hold hands and start a relationship and get to know each other? In New York, it's like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Gotta go. Man, you can meet your future wife 10 times over on one block in New York City. In Queens alone, there's 167 languages spoken. You know how many types of women that is? Huh? Come on. Be like, nah, I want a Tibetan chick. Nah, I want an African chick from the Congo. Nah, I want somebody from Cameroon. Nah, I want somebody from Colombia. We got so much. I think that's what it is. 8.5 million people, man. It's a lot of choices. You always think you're gonna upgrade the next block over. You understand? Look at all these people walking around in New York City. That is the reason. So all these other cities that are much better to date is because you're bored and you drive everywhere. That's why. But we walk. You can walk and meet your next wife. You can get on the subway and meet your future wife, or your future husband, or your future boyfriend or girlfriend. That's the reason. And another thing too, sometimes when you're on a date, a rat can break up your You see a rat, you break up with the girl because you're so scared. You're like, man, oh, there's a rat. I'm gonna have to see you later. Our rodents will block our. You understand where I'm coming from? Hell yeah, and we got a lot of bums out here, a lot of crazy ass people, and sometimes that can your date up. So there's a lot of obstacles. So that's what makes us the worst city in the world, but I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, something about being single in New York City, man. You always think there's some hope, but there really isn't. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing on why New York is so difficult to date in. Also, by the way, Los Angeles is second. Go figure. Because everybody thinks they're a superstar. Huh? A lot of these girls think they're models. Yeah, they take 10 pictures on Instagram. They think they're models. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, everybody, the narcissism is off the hinges. That's another little problem too. Why New York is a little difficult to date. Everybody thinks they're a model or a superstar.
No. Not the ones that's from here for sure. I definitely feel like this is a place to come. You learn so much, you grow so much, you make connections, and you leave. You go. You do what you needed to do and you go. Everyone's different. Me personally, eventually, I would like to do the family kids thing. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm not even looking to date. So, you know, it makes sense for me to be here because I'm very career minded right now. I got 3 more. I'm gonna save the sad one, the worst one for last. But congestion fees. So yes, I do have my card. Like I said, I keep my card. That was a non-negotiable. When they started the congestion fees thing, I actually thought I was beating it. I thought I was driving in like cut blocks. They hid it under the big sign. So like, you know how like a sign will have like a little, like a bar in front of it? They put it under the light bar. I was so sick, but that really hurt my feelings because I really thought I beat it. They're charging you $9 to drive in a certain part of Manhattan. I think it's outrageous. I don't know, but the vibe is like, oh, people have money, let me take it. Like that. Oh, you have some extra money that you can like save and keep? What can I do to take that? I think New York City needs it. What? That was the driving reason of why I wanted to move, because I would have had to pay the turnpike, toll, and a congestion fee. Like, no, I'm on the train. Catch me on the 2. I don't like the 2, but the new A trains look really cool. I think it's like the A, the E, and the C. I think they're all new. Congestion fee, that's a super duper con. Traffic in New York City, it'll be traffic, but everything is mad close. So it's like, okay, where I need to go is 10 miles. So I only have like 8 miles of traffic. Whereas I feel like in LA, if where you need to go is 30 miles apart, you got 20 miles. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different. So I say LA traffic is worse than ours, but we definitely do have bad traffic. And it's a lot of people too. So, it makes sense. In New York, there's a lot of people who don't drive, but there's still people that are coming in from different states too. So especially if there's an event too, or if like a politician is coming to visit, like just anything, the traffic gets 10 times worse. Or sometimes they shut down the streets in Manhattan and everything's one way. If you're driving all down, you have to go a block over to go up. So you can't just make a U-turn real quick. Yeah, that's annoying too. My final con is you're gonna miss your family and friends. It's like the older you get, the more you miss your parents. Like, that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that I can't just get to my family or get to my friends like that. Like, that breaks my heart so much. It hurts me, and I'm like an hour and some change away from my family. Like, that's nothing. But there's some people who might be wanting to move to New York or states away from their family, and I'm just like, my heart breaks for them. Oh, y'all, and one more thing. In New York, you have to pump your own gas. I'm from New Jersey. We don't pump gas. This is ghetto. Somebody needs to fix it. I don't think y'all gonna fix it though, but y'all should. All right, that's it. It's snowing out here. Oh, there, see, there we go. Another one. Another train. Don't move to the hood like I did too. Don't do that. It's cheap, but don't do it. I love y'all so much. I love y'all deep. Comment, like, subscribe for your girl. And I'm trying to quit my job, y'all. I can't make it. I'm trying to quit my job and move back to Jersey. That's what I'm trying to do. Y'all need to help me.